Assalamualaikum Doctor and hello everyone. My name is Ammar Syaqir bin Kamarudin. My matric number is A196773. So today we're discussing a critical moment for corporate Malaysia, the future of internal audit and its role in boosting our nation's competitive edge. My presentation is adoption of global internal audit standards key to raising Malaysia's competitiveness. We will cover the current challenge and why these new standards are an urgent imperative for every public listed company. So for the news that I use is from Bernama, which is stated the Global Internal Audit Standards adoption set to strengthen Malaysia's competitive edge. First, let's look at where we stand. Internal audit has been mandatory for listed companies since 2008, establishing a foundational commitment to transparency. However, when benchmarked against our Pacific peers, our current position is only 5th out of 12 markets. This tells us we have room to improve, especially in terms of quality and consistent application of best practices. The core reason for this gap is that while IA is mandatory, adherence to truly high-quality global standards has largely been voluntary. This exposes companies to unnecessary risks and limits the strategic value IA can deliver. Our challenge now is to bridge that gap. The first issue is a severe shortage of qualified talent, particularly certified internal audit or CIAs. Look at this comparison. We have over 1,000 listed companies on Bursa Malaysia, yet there are only 827 certified CIAs in the entire country. This huge deficit creates immense pressure on existing teams, drives up costs, and severely limits the capacity of IA function to take on complex modern engagement. The talent pool simply cannot keep up the demand or the complexity of modern business. The IIA response is clear. We must focus on capacity building and establish a consistent minimum requirement for competence, which is one of the pillars of the new global standards. The second issue is the nature of the threat we face. The audit focus must shift away from just checking last year books to protecting the organization from tomorrow's danger. A worrying statistic highlights this. Only 2% of Malaysian organizations are reportedly fully prepared for cybersecurity threat. We face four immediate and critical risks, which is cybersecurity resilience, new ESG reporting standards, the integration risk of AI, and persistent fraud detection. The new GS is fundamentally different because it mandates internal audit function to develop the skills and procedures to audit these crazy high-stake areas. It is no longer optional, it is essential to audit function mandate. So the solution is introduce the JS with authority. This brings us to the Global Internal Audit Standards effective January 9, 2025. This is not just a document change, it is a new operating model for our profession. The standards rest are three core pillars, which is first, evaluate the profession. They set 15 guiding principles that create a globally consistent benchmark for competence, professionalism, and quality regardless of a company's size or sector. Second is the transformation partner. They define the clear role of internal audit in collaborating closely with the board and management, ensuring we are not observers but active partners. Third is value beyond compliance. Crucially, the standard shift the focus from merely checking compliance boxes to providing foresight and advisory service, making internal audit a source of competitive advantage. This slide summarizes the necessary shift in the internal audit mindset. We must move away from simply reviewing historical data, that is looking backward, to becoming a trusted advisor, that is looking forward. The new value proposition requires three things from us, which is first, providing foresight, which is we need to identify risks before they materialize. Second, designing resilient governance. It is will ensuring controls and adaptable to digital and sustainable requirements. Third is integrating technology, which is using modern audit tools to perform deeper, more comprehensive audit faster. By embracing these standards, the internal audit function transitions from a necessary cost center to an indispensable creator of organizational value and resilience. For the conclusion, To conclude, Malaysia internal audit function is at a decisive turning point. Our path to a higher competitive standard requires immediate action on three fronts, which is first, adopt GS 2025. The leadership must commit to implementing the global internal audit standards to mandate high quality practice across the board. Second, build talent. We must collectively address the critical shortage of CIS through investment in training and professional development. Third is future-proof. The internal audit function must strategically focus on high-stake, emerging risks like cyber and ESG to deliver true, measurable value. Embracing this change is not just about compliance, it is about securing Malaysia's business future and ensuring the resilience of our corporate ecosystem. That's all for me. Thank you.